The climax of Mama Ifeoma's wrath unfurled dramatically one fateful day. Convinced that Nika's presence cursed her family, she lashed out in a fit of rage, beating Nika until she lay motionless. Believing she had rid her family of this curse, Mama Ifeoma disposed of Nika's body in the nearby river. In the verdant stretches of the Zilla kingdom, Nika, a spirited young woman blessed with grace and beauty, had woven her life into the community of Iziama village through her marriage to Obinna, the only son of Mama Ifeoma. Obinna, a hard-working farmer, seemed the perfect match for Nika, yet their union was shadowed by an unforeseen sorrow: their childlessness after 2 years of marriage. Mama Ifeoma, a stern matriarch whose influence was as vast as the Niger River, had always dreamed of cradling her grandson. However, as months turned into years without the cry of a baby, her dreams curdled into resentment. Unbeknownst to all, it was Obinna who was unable to father a child, a secret he carried close to his heart, shielded by societal beliefs that often blamed women for barrenness. Mama Ifeoma's heart turned cold towards Nika, whom she deemed a bad omen. In the village, her words were as influential as the chief's, and soon, Nika found herself the subject of cruel taunts and isolation, her once bright days dimmed by the shadows of disdain. The climax of Mama Ifeoma's wrath unfurled dramatically one fateful day. Convinced that Nika's presence cursed her family, she lashed out in a fit of rage, beating Nika until she lay motionless. Believing she had rid her family of this curse, Mama Ifeoma disposed of Nika's body in the nearby river, her heart heavy with a twisted sense of relief. As fate would have it, Prince Adagok, the noble heir to the Zulu kingdom, was out for a ride along the riverbanks when he noticed the tragic scene. Rushing to the river, he discovered Nika, barely alive, and immediately took her to his palace. There, the palace doctors and maids nursed her back to health over 14 days. Upon awakening, Nika found herself in a world far removed from her painful past. Treated with kindness and respect, she slowly regained her strength and spirit. The prince, who often visited to check on her recovery, found himself enchanted by her resilience and beauty. As the months passed, Nika became a beloved figure in the palace, her kindness and grace endearing her to all. The prince, increasingly smitten, eventually confessed his feelings and asked Nika to be his consort. Overwhelmed by his genuine affection, Nika accepted, her heart allowing itself to mend and love once more. Word of Nika's survival and her new life at the palace eventually reached Iziama village. The news was met with shock and disbelief, especially by Mama Ifeoma, who had declared Nika dead to the village. Determined to see for herself, Mama Ifeoma, accompanied by other villagers, peered through the palace gates only to see Nika, radiant and alive, by the prince's side. The news of Prince Adagok's intention to marry Nika spread like wildfire, igniting various reactions. While the palace rejoiced, Mama Ifeoma plotted to thwart their union, spreading malicious rumors about Nika's supposed barrenness. However, her efforts were in vain, as the prince's love and trust in Nika remained unshaken. Their marriage was a grand affair, celebrated across the kingdom. Soon after, the palace announced that Nika was expecting a child. This news reached Obinna, who by now had remarried twice, yet remained childless, the truth of his condition slowly dawning on the village. Nika's subsequent years brought joy and further validation. She gave birth to a healthy baby boy named Ade, followed by twins, and then another child. Each birth not only cemented her place in the prince's heart, but also silenced the lingering whispers of doubt about her fertility. After several years, the old king passed away, and Prince Adagok ascended the throne with Queen Nika by his side. Their coronation was a celebration of love, resilience, and renewal. Mama Ifeoma, now weathered by time and regret, approached the new queen during the festivities, her spirit burdened by the guilt of her past actions. Before the entire village, she asked Nika for forgiveness. Nika, embodying the grace that had always defined her, forgave her former tormentor and the villagers who had wronged her, teaching a powerful lesson in compassion and understanding. Queen Nika's reign, alongside King Adagok, was marked by prosperity and kindness, leaving a legacy that would inspire generations. Through her journey, the kingdom learned that blame and scorn should never rest on one without knowing the full truth, highlighting the often overlooked fact that issues of fertility can affect men just as much as women. Please subscribe and tap that notification bell so you don't miss when we post more stories like this.